Well, school foods are pretty notorious for not being that great. In fact, most kids complain about the school meals that were prepared for them. The ones who didn't probably, well, I don't know if I should say that, but might have not had that good of food at home. Or they did, and it was just kind of jumping on the bandwagon of complaining about school food. I never experienced it, but pizza and hamburgers are good. And I feel like I would have been opposite of you and been like, hamburgers every day? But of course, every day might have been like too much.
Yes,
yeah, I don't know about that's true. That's true. But kids recently got a little bit of a different sort of treat. In fact, since it is near the Halloween time, they got a bit of a trick. And one kid uploaded a video with a bunch of bugs in the broth of his soup. It wasn't just one, but several dead bugs in the soup, which was a little bit shocking, of course. Another kid found a zip tie in their meal. They assume it might have been from like some of the packaging and everything while it was being prepared. Mm-hmm. Kind of understandable, but there was a third event which was kind of insane, even more than the bugs, was there was a screw, a black screw, I believe it said, found in food as well. No clue, no one knows how it got there, when it got there. Obviously, these things are quite insane. Is this a case of somebody putting a screw in their own meal because it was kind of a TikTok trend or something? We don't know yet, but we're going to take it for face value and say that this is an unfortunate situation with the food preparation. So many people have banded together and said that this needs to obviously stop. There needs to be a complete wipe of all the food that was taken or bought from this production facility, and they need to switch providers. But then people are saying, well, this was pretty dangerous and unsanitary. Mm-hmm. Shouldn't there be some legal action that we take against the food prep? Probably not at the school, but more rather for the company that provided the food. So that's also kind of a debate. But in any case, although we don't have a resolution now, we can all agree that this was gross. Now, have you ever found anything in your food? What did you do to handle it?
I have on a number of occasions found hairs in my food. Over the last 10 years. Not often, I can't say it's often. I am a bit nervous about sending food back anywhere I go and eat out because I'm afraid that someone in the kitchen might get a bit upset with me complaining and put something even worse in my food as a punishment to the complainer. So I generally, if it's just something small like a hair, I will just pull it out and probably eat it anyway. I'm not very germophobic. I'm not a super squeamish type of person. So even though I have found a few minor things occasionally, it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah, I'm a total echo on that one. If I find a hair, I'm like, okay, keep on going.
But if it was like a piece of metal, I think then I'd have something to say.
Yeah. Although
that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, because at that point, I'm sure the chef or the person preparing the food wouldn't get angry. They'd be like, "Oh, piece of metal nuts," something like that. But I probably still wouldn't eat food. I'd be like, "No, I'm okay. Just here's the metal and give me my money."
Yes, maybe a refund.
So who knows, right? Ooh. Now, you kind of proved the rule, but you're not the exception, because the author also said it is quite normal to complain about school meals. Do you think this is true with most people, or was it just you?
It was definitely true in England. Yeah, it was almost cultural. Like my parents would laugh, like, oh God, even if it's bad today, it was 10 times worse in my day. Everyone has it was worse in we had it harder in our day thing. And it was almost like a sort of running joke. I'm sure even people who had good food at schools were still aware of this sort of cultural phenomenon. So, and I've heard it here as well. When I don't teach we don't teach in a kids' school, but a lot of my buddies do, and they also have that sort of cultural running joke. Oh, I have to eat at the school. Oh, the food's so bad. But never really that bad that they can't actually eat it. Apart from the veggies, they have the biggest complaints because it's very rare for them to offer A vegetarian option.
Oh, vegetarian option. Got it.
veggie option,
There's always meat.
Yes.
I think it's law to have a certain amount of protein, and the easiest, cheapest one is meat. Yeah. Yeah, there's not a lot of options.
Yes, it's a bit limited.
Pick around.
Yes.
If they're okay with that. If they're vegetarian for, like, what's it called? Not humanitarian, because that's for humans.
Oh, but for some kind of...
The reason of not killing animals.
Yeah, an
You know what I mean?
ethical
thank you.
vegetarian.
I was like, humanitarian is for humans. Animalitarian reasons. Then picking around the meat won't do either.
No.
Well, what we'll do is the vocabulary. Go ahead and bring it into your everyday conversation because it's pretty good today. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Veggie.
Veggie.
Incessantly.
Incessantly.
Fleck.
Fleck.
Gross.
Gross.
Broth.
Broth.